Special occasion spitting. Okay.
It's not even special occasion. It just has to be. Have to be. It's not every time.
Like really into it.
That's nuts to me. I thought he'd have 1,500 watching. And now it'll go down more because we're sniping it.
You opened up to us.
Yeah, I was drunk.
It was fun.
I feel like if he tells you,
I really enjoyed it.
Hey, Kevin, be careful what romantic things you tell these two. You'll walk away with a charge.
Great.
Tell these two, you'll walk away with a charge.
This is great.
No kidding.
The only thing missing is Bauer. I can't wait till Bauer's on here.
Everybody. Jesus.
I don't take pictures. I don't share pictures. I have no pictures. I have no pictures of my wife on my phone. Just all pictures of super chats. That's literally my phone. That's all you can find. If the cops pull me over, they'd be like, "What the fuck are these pictures of?" I'd be like,
"Hey, Kevin, as of June of 2024, you and I have that in common."
Oh, you started doing it?
Yeah, I didn't think that keeping nude pictures of anyone was really beneficial to me. So
there you go.
Yeah.
Well, who gave you the picture? Did Nick Ricotta give you a picture of his wife, or she gave it to you?
I can't talk about anybody specifically. All I will say is that what I pled guilty to today, I took a photo personally while I was on stream, and I shared it with Gino, and that was not a nice thing to do.
Right.
How are the Ricotta kids doing? Speaking of that,
I don't know, and I hope to never know. I wish them the best.
And because you were you seem like the only.
He was screaming about Nick's kids as late as yesterday. Yesterday, he was screaming about how Nick doesn't take care of his kids and they're probably still on drugs. But now he's like, I don't want to know anything about Nick's kids. Gross.
It's just that, like, when people are knocking on the door and being like, I'm hungry, I'm like, well.
But you guys are having foursomes and doing.
I had to let go of April's hand and go make them spaghetti hos. Spaghetti hos. Hello? Okay.
It's not a fucking hero thing. It's still, you were still a garbage person who did garbage things. You were just the least.
Proud Tobro here. Super tip not used intentionally. You got me.
Right.
You got me.
A bit of trash, but I did mildly.
This is my capri blouse, and it's fashionable.
Right. You weren't there when they battering rammed the door down. So
thank Christ.
Thank goodness.
Wait, so is Nick? I don't know if you even know this. Is Nick?
Oh, it's a dress shirt, so his sleeves are folded back. Okay, that's fine. I actually thought it was a short. I thought it was just short.
What do you call it? The probation that he's going to be on. No drinking, no drugs, probably 5 years or so. And the court has to approve every, time he crosses state lines.
Wow.
Yeah.
But you can go wherever you want.
Until the sentencing, yes. But like part of my release conditions are that I just have to let them know if I'm leaving. So like, I don't have to get permission. I just have to go, hey, on this date to this date, I'm going to be here. My lawyer sends that to them and then I go.
So what?
Holy shit. He's admitting he's going to have to ask the court before he leaves the state.
Oh, wait, you're still going to get sentenced?
That's really all that shocking or anything.
Yeah, I mean, that's part of pleading. Like, you don't just say, hey, I did it. And they go, see you later.
But then is it considered a misdemeanor? Or?
Yeah, it's a misdemeanor.
Okay.
Yeah, but you don't get sentenced for a misdemeanor.
Yes, you do.
You get jail for it.
So you get like a year of jail stayed. They don't give you the year of jail. Instead.
Holy shit. So he's getting jail stayed again. He's already got one jail sentence stayed until mid-August. He's going to have another jail sentence hanging over his head.
Hey.
Holy shit.
You know what pictures aren't on my phone? Pictures of my kids. I mean, the contrast makes them just look like shadows.
A lot of people have to do that.
Shit.
So this is what's going to be.
He's going to have another
necklace.
stayed jail sentence.
Says faith.
Holy shit. He just admitted it.
Stay at least once.
Have you, Michael?
And what
so
we're
he is going to have
planning
jail.
on doing here
Holy shit. He's like
trying to
$50
take one
done.
of these
No,
flowers.
and you have to ask the court to leave the state. And you're going to have a jail sentence hanging over your head for another fucking year.
Some dude love the new makeup.
So it's going to go on that side. And the back of it
Holy
is going to have
shit.
that faith.
Another win for the toe. This sucks.
We got to
This
do
would
some
suck.
things to try.
Like children's parks.
He's talking
about Melton or Gino.
Get this.
No.
Or maybe me, the fake children's voices.
No, he's talking about Melton.
Oh. Okay.
decided that I
Because
hate
people
this thing. It's hard
talk
to
like
get these
like
out
a
of here.
child to my mom.
They're
Okay.
calling out the fact
Get
that
away.
Melton gets bothered when people point out the source,
So
so
I'm
he's been
just going
trying to
with
put
it.
on concealer.
It's got to be cystic adult acne. And that's what he.
Yeah, but Melton doesn't jump
No, it's
rope, does he?
monkeypox.
No, do you think he gets any exercise?
No.
But maybe children jump rope, double dutch. Some dude do better. Try it again, so we know.
Does this little piggy bother you,
hard to
Aaron?
even-
Which is it? Which is it?
Hard to
I
even
wear
get
makeup
the,
or I have
plastic
horrible
thing
sores.
off
If I
of
wore
it.
makeup, wouldn't it cover the sores? I just got some acne.
So you
I'm
can
just a
actually
fat,
use it.
greasy man with some acne.
Root against you and they're passionate about it, or they love you and they want to see you do well. The thing you hate the most,
I can't keep up with the rumors.
love that I've inspired people to do whole shows based on how much they hate my guts.
Can you say, Toe, the person that kept calling?
By the way, Kevin has done a show making fun of MLC. Kiki and Michelene both were trashing Aaron when Kiki had the falling
Trying to
out
make
with him.
sure I don't accidentally.
Michelene was like, I never liked that guy anyway. He's always been shady. They used to do a show making fun of Aaron. Hello? Have we forgotten all this?
Crazy.
Everyone on this screen has done a show making fun of Aaron, and Aaron's
there we
like,
go.
what a loser to do a
That
show
actually
making fun of
came off
me.
easier than what I did
Hello?
when I was doing the
Appreciate
testing.
you being very careful with that, though. You're
You're
being
gonna
too.
go
You're being
ahead.
Michelene
Let's
and Kiki did a show where they
add
were like, I
some
didn't want him at the
glue on
wedding.
there,
I
and
always
we're gonna
thought he
go
was a
ahead and take that
loser.
off.
Hello?
No backbone on any of these people. Disgusting. They make me sick. Truly.
Thank you.
And Bob Levy McLean is disgusting. Ugh.
All right. Well, I don't know what that has to do with
Geek
it.
show or whatever. Who do you find more annoying, Carl or Melton?
God, and I hate to say this, I really don't find either of them annoying because I understand their motivation.
Are you like Jesus? You just turn the other cheek or something?
So full of
He
shit.
always has something positive to say about everything.
Kevin, I've been doing this.
another win.
I've been
Really
doing this
don't
for so long.
have
I'm so
any-
Since you were
calloused.
18, right? Oh, that's Opie.
No, I was 19. I started radio when I was 19.
Blue
I'm a year
remover.
later than Opie. Opie got the jump on me. But like, when you understand people's motivation, you don't hold it against them. Like Carl had nothing after John, so he needed to latch on to somebody. The only thing is, like, Carl used to call me on the phone and like talk to me. He's like, "This Melton guy's fucking weird. What's his weird obsession with you?" And then the minute he found out he could make money with me, he kind of shifted towards that.
Right.
And then with, also he's a Dick Masterson guy, Juju the cow. Dick Masterson's a guy who likes to dress up as a cow and get fucked up the ass.
Allegedly, YouTube terms of service.
YouTube.
Allegedly. Carl's like, that's Carl's.
Wait, so you and Carl were friendly enough that you guys would speak
Oh God!
on the
dude,
phone?
during like Vikings.
I cannot wait to hear Carl go over this.
Not just texting, talking on the phone.
Oh, he called me on the phone one day. He's like, "What's the deal with?"
One day.
Melton started going after us. He like called me and he was going, "What's the deal with this Melton guy? He's fucking weird. Your show is fine. You just do a show. I don't get the obsession with it." And then when the Nick thing happened, Nick is like
We're gonna
a
go
Dick Masterson
ahead
baby, and
and
Carl's a
get
Dick
this
Masterson
on
baby.
here.
So Carl had to get Nick's back because he can't lose his endorsement from Dick Masterson.
Otherwise,
So
we
then he
gotta
teamed up
wait.
with Melton. He was losing. I know it's so gay,
Ooh.
but he was losing his stuttering John
I
heat, so he needed to move on to somebody
an
else.
issue here.
And I was the thing that drew money. And like
Of
Carl,
this
he can't do a
not-
show on his own. He's the Opie of his own universe. He needs other people around him. That's why he took Jocktober. So Carl
I'm wondering if we're gonna
globbed
be
onto
able to
me.
get that in
Patrick
there.
globbed onto me. That's how they make money. I'm not going to fault anybody for making a living,
Let
especially
them
if
get their bag.
The problem with his whole thing is like, he's like, once the Nick thing happened, Carl had to team up with Nick. That's why he started going after me, because he can't go against Nick. The problem is Carl was a part of Hackamania
That's
from
too
December
big.
2023.
Tag on.
Nick, the whole Nick polycule thing didn't come out until April 2024. So
I don't think I'm gonna be able to get on
John
there.
didn't go away until the beginning of the year this year. But the reason Carl makes fun of Aaron is because he had to after John went away. But that was 3 months ago. Which is it? Is it because of Nick? it because of John? He never is consistent about anything.
Well, this is a
Ass hat
complication I
abuser.
He's a
was
fucking
not
asshole.
anticipating.
And
Guy's a fucking
convicted
asshole.
felon, by the way. So yeah. Anyway, my wrist hurts. Fuck you. Suck my dick.
Adult knowledge.
Who's he talking
No
about?
reason to talk to cops.
Okay.
Yeah. No, I would agree with that.
You're talking about me?
Not if you're Kevin. Not if you're Kevin.
Whose wrist hurts?
I'm exercising my First Amendment.
What was that about?
Why are you talking so crazy?
I was so impressed with that. It was unbelievable.
Michaeline said after that, Kevin, she wanted to get pulled over so she could talk to the cops like that.
You got to be sober.
I was sober. I cried. Okay.
No, you got to be sober for days. You got to test 0.0.0.0. It's got to be all zeros. It can't be 0.4. It's got to be all zeros.
But that's not why he pulled me over. He pulled
Yeah,
me
but you
over
said you had
because
been drinking when he pulled you
I
over.
had a couple of vodka.
Look at Aaron thinking of an answer to this super chat.
0.0.0.
Look at Aaron. Look at it. He's zoomed in. He's like, okay, I'm going to have to stick it to him.
You can't be.
This is about him abusing April physically, and it's in court documents. Look at him.
0.0.0.0.
I probably would never be able to talk to a cop. like
Something
that.
can be
Anyway,
in a court
I would love
document
it if
and
you
not be
did.
true.
I just get nervous and cry. Sorry.
Yeah, you're a lady. It's called being a lady.
I'm
Yeah.
a lady.
Kiki is still
I might
friends
have
with
to
the
advise
toe,
my mother that
even
she
after the
could
court
have
documents
to,
where his wives
she
texted
needs
about
to
how he
replace
strangled
this
and
part
abused them.
because it's too sharp or something.
I don't believe there were any court
She knows.
documents
She knows
about
how to
that.
do that.
Wait, who strangled who?
Tell me when I'm telling
They'll be able to
lies.
figure it
I
out.
think people say I
and do it.
strangled April, and I think Keanu. I'm not gonna.
No, April said you strangled April under oath in a court document.
That was not
Every
the way
time I choked April,
That was
it
not the way I
I
understood.
will say this: every
That's not
time
the
I
way I
ever choked
understood the
April, it
court
was
documents,
100%
but-
consensual.
Okay.
You took her to service.
I will no, but
I don't think there's a court document that says that. Ugh.
Who can tell you if she thinks I beat the shit out of April?
Here's the thing. I don't want to talk about her I just want her to have
Guys, I don't want to talk about that.
both situations, but I'm not gonna. Yeah, but
Yes.
no, I'm not gonna.
Holy shit. Now who's sweeping? That's called sweeping. That is called sweeping. Keanu, didn't you know about this? I don't want to talk about it. Toes, my friend.
Yeah,
Yeah, but it's a little late to not want to be a public person.
I just want her to be okay. No,
you know,
That's like Hunter Biden go, hey, can everybody leave me alone?
Yeah, but I will say this. I think April got in a little too deep.
All right,
I think she
so-
wanted to be
Hobby Lobby
on the show that
recommended
she was
this.
on until she realized
Industrial
what the internet
Street,
was, and then it was
Contact
Kevin's down 50
adhesive.
viewers since we started sniping.
Never-
I
metal,
should have
wood,
cautioned her
Madeira
against
glass.
it. I should have told her no. I should have told her to stay
Wood
with the
with
job she
Madeiras.
had, and we should have just.
Wood and
Me and the
Spanish
boys
Luton.
should have done our stupid fucking
Glass.
show.
Yeah, we
Yes.
could have all told
Ceramic.
you that in 2020, you dork.
And she should have stayed where she was. But I had a lot of fun being around her, so she was like, "I want to do this." And I'm like, "All right, fine."
I-
go."
Cute on your show with you. She was cute.
was.
She was good.
Yeah,
I
but
think.
the darker parts of
Look, Micheline loves Aaron now. Before, she said, I never liked that guy. I didn't think he should be invited to your wedding. He's kind of creepy. He seems mean. Micheline said all this. Now she's like, I like April. I like you guys' show. These guys are phony through and through.
Oh, you're absolutely right about that.
Useless,
Oh,
throwaway
shoot.
sluts.
Damn it! I was trying. not to poke
Micheline's
a hole in it,
ex-husband,
and I
Keanu's
poked a
mom,
fucking hole
found
in
it out. Keanu's a useless throwaway slut. Whoever wants to pay for my shit is who I'll team up with. Yes, yes,
Daggone.
yes.
Okay.
Now that you wash your hands of her, I'm asking for the chat.
I'm a taken man. I'm with a beautiful woman, and she's amazing and has helped me immensely.
Does SP know about her?
me enough credit for making her nickname, and everyone calls her that.
As a slam piece?
SP, yeah.
You know, because Keanu was still very friendly with April at the time. She didn't like that I was with somebody else, and she was like,
That's
"I don't
not
want to."
true. I was happier with somebody else. I didn't care about that.
No, I'm not saying you weren't happy about it, but I'm saying like your whole statement was, "I don't want to hear about."
So thorough, Joe Burrow, KB. There are definitely court documents about Aaron abusing April. I'll send them to you later. I've seen them. We've gone over them on the show. I'm not the one who's saying there aren't. That's Aaron spinning that lie. I hope my audience isn't watching. Beloved Chatter said he said he took that pic of Kayla on his show. Also, he drank another old fashioned, yelled, "I beat a felony," and now he has beers but isn't celebrating. He doesn't drink.
Oh my God. Once the Nick thing happened, everyone noticed that you were on every show bragging and spilling beans on your wife and friend. Then this dumb bitch is talking to Kevin, the guy who shits on
her husband and her every single day. These people are fucking pathetic.
Good. Right answer. Nice.
Oh,
now
probably like
it needs to
anal.
dry.
Not
regime.
probably 100% anal.
Look,
Yeah.
everyone's thumb stays clean.
Mike.
Kevin, Danji says, how did Kevin get Leah Thompson on? Oh, wait, that's Kiki's mom.
Queen, the anal queen.
I don't get it.
Was that a song you just made up, or is that what you guys?
How much do we have to tip you to shit in your hand and hold it high above your head like John Cusack and his boombox in the movie Stand By Me?
If I answer this, I have to do it if you pay, right? So for $10,000,
Well, I don't know why they had
I will
this
hold
as the
my
back.
own
As you
shit
can see, it's really
above my
sharp.
head and yell.
We're close.
All right, fine.
First of all, that movie that was Better Off Dead, was it not? Stand By Me.
About the geography, that's the worst place to take anal.
I thought it was
Anyway.
invented.
Oh no, Say
You
Anything.
got
It was
there.
Say Anything. Now you got me confused. Jesus Christ.
So
For
now I'm
$10,000,
trying to
I will
decide if
actually
there
hold
is
my own
something I wanna
shit
do
above my
with
head,
These.
like John Cusack.
Keanu,
I didn't get it.
The final boss. I
may,
believe in
uh,
toe
And
hand.
hurry up, because it's
We
brewing.
worked a
Dino
painting
drop.
that
I got
really
you.
wasn't
I got you, Kevin.
I'll fucking kill
going
you,
the
you
way that I
fucking.
wanted it to.
Yeah, that's a classic.
You don't want me to play the end of it, though, do you?
No, they know what I say anyway. Plus, I had to take a breath in. So
You
it's-
do understand, like, the way you said the gay F word in that clip is like the greatest way anyone's ever said the gay F.
No, it's out of breath, so I had to like.
If David Chandler makes it, I'm not lying. I will. It will be disgusting, and I will be mocked relentlessly for it. But if you think I will not hold my own shit and hold it above my head
So I'm gonna go ahead and start taking
for
these
one
off.
full minute for 10 grand, you don't know me. You don't know me. I will do it. I will do it.
Yeah. Can we do it one time?
Yeah, do it one time.
All right.
I'll fucking kill you, you fucking faggot.
It never doesn't make me laugh.
He was saying that to Gino, mommy.
Oh my God. Were you really fighting?
No,
Yes.
it was a work. It was a work.
They shut down Compound Media. They turned the power off.
I'll have to show that to you, mom, for the
Yeah,
lore.
you'll need.
Does crowdfunding count?
He does, girl.
Okay, but it has to be through Super Tip, and we'll put a poll up so that we know where we're at. We'll count it, because otherwise I can't count it.
No,
Hold on.
Aaron,
Start a new poll. Shit hands. And it doesn't matter what you vote for. This is just a way to count. All right. And we'll count by money. Shit hands. Is that how it works? Oh, hold on.
It's not gonna be as easy to get this off as what I would
Oh,
like.
turn it up.
If you think it's a terrible thing and I'm an awful person, I'm Adolf Hitler.
You
and I
won't make
should've had
10
more,
grand.
That's fine. That's how you perceive it. I perceive it as I got to admit what I did wrong. I think the punishment fits the crime.
Okay, this is starting to scare me a little bit.
Another win for the toe. And Aaron got one on Ricada, and Ricada's got a felony.
All
and Aaron
right.
doesn't. Blah, blah. That's fine.
The poll
too.
has
I don't
started.
understand why everybody has to play this competitive game. It is what you make it.
Aaron is so much better now that he's dating the slam.
Why are there 4?
I think we call it slam. Wait, isn't it a different second word?
Kevin gets nice and shy when the guests are on.
You spelled it wrong.
All right, so where do we got? Can I show the poll? Do I have
The
that?
slam piece he cheated on his first wife with.
Huh,
Aaron, you
this
see
is
your
not
kids
coming off.
more than yours. I don't even know what he's saying.
See
Can
my
you
kid-
address
I-
it?
See my kids every
Hey,
other day.
Patrick, can you think about the other business partners before
Wait,
you do
you've
this?
known your slam piece for a while?
The other business partners are going to make 1,000 of the 10,000.
She's not new to.
I've known her for a while.
You knew her before you met April. You knew her.
Oh yeah, I've known her before.
Known her.
Was she a babysitter or anything like that? You'd go to the Joe Piscopo thing?
No, we didn't go to Joe Piscopo. Well,
all right, 10 grand.
Oh my gosh.
That's the entertainment.
Before the end of the show.
I don't know if it has something to do.
You know,
with
I
it.
went and saw Colin Quinn a few months ago.
No, because Joe Piscopo famously.
Keanu says Kayla wasn't revenge porn and was fine with what Aaron had did, and it was Nick, while also saying KB revenge porned her. Actually, yes. Don't forget, these people have all accused each other of the most heinous shit. Keanu went after Kevin and said it was revenge porn. Keanu and Micheline, is that her name? Went after Aaron when they had the falling out. They're all pieces of shit. Kevin used to hate Gino and Keanu, but now he loves them. But like it's just like that's literally like a merry-go-round of retards.
Actually,
Kiki's mom looks like a white Flavor Flav.
You were in the polycule. Were you?
Kiki placating the moron that choked her friend. Right. No. Right.
I was not. While I was cheating on my wife, I was not cheating on my wife.
Which I thought, okay, well.
Hey, I have a question. How many wives?
You can't cheat and use dog shit. No. I understand. I understand how gross and stupid this is.
Hey, Michaeline!
There we go.
Michaeline!
I'll hook up a remote mic and I'll have to like go in the bathroom and shit so you can hear it. And I'll come back so quick you'll know I didn't wash my hands.
Static like Wade Boggs or something crazy?
I don't know if I was.
But I'm not an idiot. It's got to be 10 grand. You know, I'm going to get paid for this shit. Literally.
You know?
Sexual tension is through the roof. Yeah, I feel it too.
Between Michaeline and I?
Probably.
All right, guys. Today's goal for Shit Hands is 10K. We can have one of you throw in 10K, or 10 of you can throw in 1,000. I'll even take 100 of you throwing in Redbirds.
Right.
We only take what we need, folks.
Right. That's the goal.
Right.
And around fifth grade, I said, "Don't call me Michaeline, call me Nikki." And they did.
You have to go to the super tip URL and you have to do a text tip, and then you have to select either option for the poll. That way we can count it.
Sinus here, I'll be right back.
I can't count voice tips. You have to do a text tip because that's the only way I can total up the monies.
I think she got made fun of when she was a kid.
Like Henrietta or Henriette?
Henriette.
Nobody has ever made.
And I'll go until 5 p.m. at least. So that's an hour and a half. Put an hour and a half on the clock. Call in your mortgage companies. Get a loan.
Your name, like on the screen, 7. I thought it was a stage name.
Yeah.
No.
It's just my name. I'm Michaeline Marie Cartolano.
The Catalana ruins it every time. Question for Michaeline: was it like working with David Lynch?
I don't understand that. I don't understand that question.
We don't know the reference.
Agent Quarrel, I don't want to put you in timeout.
Yeah,
now, I know who he is. I looked it up, but I don't understand what that means. He just died. What does it mean?
I've been away. What are these people? How long
you have to hold it up above your head for over 1 minute and yell, "I have the power," like He-Man.
Can you imagine the clips that will get made of me holding shit above my head? My own shit. $10,000 or not. Can you imagine how much everyone in this world will laugh at me? And that will be a permanent scar on my life. To hold my own shit.
Dude,
above my head.
You have voices.
I mean, fuck.
Of Aaron's children.
All right, we got our first $3.
Grotesque.
Michaeline looks like
AI
Bob
voices.
Levy with a steel toe hair dye. Yes, it's a popular opinion.
I think that could top having.
We're at $3.
Again.
Yeah, Agent Coral, what the fuck do you look like?
Boy, Lev Kramar is like, fuck, I wish I would have waited a week.
Thanks.
Let's give this Aaron guy a chance. He's no chance. Oh my god.
I would pay for Aaron on Steel Toe or Aaron on MLC all the time. That'd be great.
The Brigada Civil. Oh yeah. Joe, just bring your anniversary show to the Borgata Super Bowl weekend, and KB won't do. Yeah, I won't do the gig.
My wife won't leave me as long as I wash my hands and buy her something nice.
Once he do the thing, anniversary May.
I think it's in
10 might be too low.
July,
It's so
July,
sick.
July.
I can't imagine. I hope it's a solid shit.
Borgo, my $1,000 hoops one-on-one sponsorship is hereby rescinded if Steel Toe is involved in any way. Bad car salesman. I'm glad it.
And I might not even be able to shit, but I would have to stay until I have to shit, or I have to go live when I have to shit.
What's happening in China?
So that
China.
He gets all his. He's in the Christmas lights and other lights.
I don't know why I agreed to any of this.
Mostly in China.
I'm not even worried about it. Like, it's likely it's not ever gonna happen, but like there is. I am aware that there are some fucking idiots out there.
So that's why I'm upset.
Yeah. Is that Ed Maloney? Is that a cauldron full of boiling frogs in the background, Michaeline? Her Irish sister called Nolene.
Yeah, PayPal and Venmo, I guess, also count because. See, DK is wasting money. This doesn't count. This doesn't count. Nothing on that's not on the Super Tip platform that I can total up, or Venmo or PayPal. I have to have like a record so I can tally it because this is
The first.
I don't even know what I get for a membership, honestly. Moody says
He
I don't want
wants
to be
you
a
to
part
do
of this
it that way
anymore if I'm
because
not
he
going to be
actually gets
appreciated
access
here.
to
Let me put it in food terms so you
information, like he knows-
understand. Ban me.
Even if you use a
Deliver.
fake
Have
name.
entertainment delivered to your house.
He apparently
this-
Kitty Pineapple says get a life.
access to your like
Is
address.
that the
your
real
payment
Kitty
address.
Pineapple? It's amazing if you became a member for this. Diablo Sandwich member for a month. Aaron clearly has disdain for Kiki and her
That's why
mom,
he wants people
but
to
he
do
thinks he can milk value out of them and Gino for now. I don't know. Steel Toe says I'll do Melton's challenge for 125. Don't let yourselves get ripped off.
No, I don't think anybody has ever tried to accuse him of
much
stealing
needed
their
20 fucking
information, but-
memberships.
Here for a bad time.
Oh, DK.
That was necessary. What kind of money is that? A what?
Here's another 5 towards it. Can you imagine Jill watching you hold shit above your head for $10,000?
It's Kiki.
Dream Team.
Guys, we're only $992
Tyler Cox here.
dollars away from me
Tyler-
eating shit. I mean, what? Minecraft member for 21 months. In a couple hours, will be 10 to 12 insanely angry wives demanding to know what these $1,000 charges to super tips are. Yeah, maybe Venmo's better. I don't want Moody getting any money out of this.
To do that.
Now we got to go back to.
Sorry, the new sign came in. It's so nice.
Look at that. I thought it was going to take long.
Oh, show it.
Beautiful.
Where's the sign?
Let's see it.
I can't pick it up. It's a 2-man job.
So that's why SP's here.
Going back, we already read these.
She has man hands.
No Chad.
Hey, do you think Chad would come for the anniversary show?
Yes.
He could
All
take a
right.
picture of it.
Just
and
check-
show
Well,
it
you
that
can
way.
Chad and Ray. And
Chad will do anything for anything. He needs these little tent poles in his life to look forward to. If Chad goes to this, is going to be unreal. It's like the summer of George.
Toad, just bring your anniversary show to Bergamo.
Painkiller, I'm not going to shit on command. It's coming. I feel it brewing.
Come.
When is your anniversary show in the summer?
I'll sit here until I have to shit.
Late July, my favorite.
I guess we can order some McMuffins or something.
Donovan Corbell, thank you again. Thank you to Permaseal. Thank you to Chauncey Gardner. And
Wow.
Permaseal came in gigantic last night, so thank you again, Permaseal.
Stop by our show.
Riles and DK and Chandler, they can all get together and make it happen. Ewa, you know?
I'll have to have mine, because then I saw a clip of Carmix today freaking out on check.
And then we'll auction off the shit.
And people are...
We'll send it to a lab. Make sure it's legit shit.
What do you call it when you Incredible Hulk? You go full.
Maybe get Mike Boudet over here.
Anger?
I don't.
G-Rob just wasted $3. She didn't vote. She didn't attach the money to the vote. Why? Don't do a tip and not hit the. Just vote for anything, and you'll help go towards the tally. What if we don't get the 10K refunds? Gross. No, I'm saying you got to like work it out in the chat.
R.I.P. Yeah.
Hold on. Painkiller says they're on Discord organizing.
Kobe Bryant, helicopter boy.
G-Rob's just wasting money.
You listen. Kobe Bryant.
Maybe she doesn't want to see it. Maybe she's like, I'd rather you not shit in your hand. J-Mo, Keanu is a monster.
It's fine. We'll be fine. Because that's how all great athletes all think. They're like,
there's no vote. How's everybody else doing it? How's everybody else doing? Diablo sandwich. Here's $2 to eat an ear of corn. How are these people doing it then, huh? Get a life. Cup of coffee. Hopefully it's holdable, sir. That's what I'm saying. G-Rob's got to learn how to scroll. There's no vote. Right. That's how these people are all doing it. That's how these people are all doing it.
fuck yeah, Michaeline. You can just say we'll postpone the game, or you take the L.
Hopefully it's holdable.
There, and we'll play another time, or we'll take the fucking L. They took the big L.
Do they?
All right, we're at $13.
Where that was LA, right?
Yeah.
There's no vote. Yeah, I know. This is just a way to tally. This is just a way for me to add money.
No, just Chicago.
Because we don't have a totaling system on Super Tip.
Take to make her drift into Haiti.
Oh my God.
Jesus Christ, you guys are brutal.
She said she was going to try and kite.
But it's not going to, I mean.
You most certainly will not. You will fly into the
I
air.
could do it.
No, you would fly away and we would never see you again.
I could do
You're
it.
What is
petite.
a kite surf when you're attached to a boat and you fly?
What if I give you today and tomorrow? I should shut the fuck up.
And it flies you into the air.
Oh yeah, that's just stupid. Question for Kiki.
I don't want to do it. I just opened my mouth. I just put a price on it. If I said $1,000, it would already be done, and we both know that. If I said $1,000, it would already have happened, and you'd all be like, "All right, shit in your hand." One fucking idiot would knock 1,000 out if I said 1,000, but now it takes a little coordination, and people have to fucking work at it. Like Bethany, Bad News Bears.
Oh, because he's tender-hearted.
And now we're at $16.
Hi, fucking what's wrong with Donkey Lips, that piece of shit?
I just think he might cry if you yell at him like that.
And it
No,
wouldn't
the idea that you can have those people
I'm
out.
already
For
$1,000
$20K, you have to
was-
eat it. We're not making that deal. Don't put stipulations on this.
because I was watching.
We're at $21.
$75, so I Venmo'd him. He didn't even fucking thank me. I guess he thought it was a goof or something.
No, he thought you were it was for nefarious reasons.
I like that. It's the goal or the bowl, baby. Get Blade on the 1s and 2s for the Shit Hands event. Oh no, it has a name?
Mr. Rapier Ray and Beloved Shadow.
I will make a shirt, a Shit Hands shirt.
Bauer was a big fan of.
There we go.
Who, Toe?
Michael Ray Bauer was a big April fan.
He talked about April a little bit, actually.
Michael Ray Bauer is a fan of any woman that'll talk to him. That's a fact, Jack. Hello?
Yo, these savages you're gonna have to hold shit above your head.
No, they're
You know
not.
that, right?
We're at $21. Not one baller. DK
Bruh.
gave 100 over on the wrong thing. If DK started dumping hundreds, I'd get worried.
DK, do it for the right thing. And I have advice to you, Patrick. Eat a lot of Brussels sprouts and fucking peanuts and corn and shit before you do it.
Do I have to do it live?
Make it gross.
Okay, do I do it live on stream or should I have to do it at Hackamania live on stage?
Do it at Hackamania live on stage. I think that's better. I think that's way better.
People might be able to smell it.
You guys have to put plastic down. Yeah, bro. Yeah, and you can start throwing it at people like Gallagher. Make sure you got plastic on yourself.
I need a big hammer. Well, yeah, we could
Fill
sell
a watermelon full of your shit.
Yeah, we could sell raincoats to people in the front row. Yeah.
Yes. Make money off of it.
Yep. All right, thank you. For 1,000, I'll just take a microphone and you have to listen to me shit. But for 10,000, I hold it over my head.
Shirt. It's a little gay.
He did an 8-hour show about you.
How is that anything but gay?
Huh?
How is that anything but gay?
I mean, that's like psychotic.
It's a bit psychotic.
Nothing wrong with being gay, but like I've said before, you can tell he's gay from his eyes. You can just tell.
Well,
I can tell he is.
one time Melanie Mack told me.
Don't get me started. Ugh.
Hey, what happened? I'm sorry, Kev. I know it's your show.
All right, Tommy from Rhode Island, we got you.
After the Melanie Mack kerfuffle, what's the deal?
I'll go sparingly. Yes, I don't like to burn my bridges.
Here's $13 that didn't get counted because Manx decided to do a voice chat instead of a text tip.
Welcome, everyone, to the latest Vegas sensation, the
You have
10K
to do a
Melton
text
fecal
tip.
experience. Be warned, the first 2 rows are the splash zone. You will get slathered in anal goop, so move if you're not into it. She's joining sauna sauce. The next 2 rows are still in danger for the stench from these pork belly shits are unbearable. He watches this giant freak removes a pasta bucket full of monkeypox doo-doo and holds it over his head. You will reel in anticipation, waiting to see if this gorilla will fling it into stain or taste it out of curiosity. You never know what you're going to get. Vegas, baby.
Jesus fucking Christ.
With a Playboy magazine.
You went into the woods and
the woods.
Yeah.
That's where you get the word.
All right, we're at $29.
Centerfold. Yeah, Gino said to me when we were having sex, he was like, "Oh, it's like fucking a centerfold."
We need chunk place. I heard it when I said it.
Centerfold, you would open the magazine and it would be a big, it would be a long, not a
She
full
doesn't
length.
know anything about that. She's
I'm like, is there something wrong with me? A centerfold? Where is my centerfold?
He means you have a crease running right down the hole.
Yes,
Yeah, maybe there was a staple in your cunt or something like that.
I'll have to take a break at like 5, but I'll come back at like 6. We'll keep it going all night long. If you can hit it before I go to bed at like midnight, I'll do it. Because I understand people have to like sell stock and stuff.
What picture? Nick Ricotta's wife?
Gino share? No, he didn't share it with me. I live here. I saw it.
Look, Aaron's like not supposed to be on a show that mentions her directly or indirectly. I think that's why he ducked down right there. Like, this is kind of dangerous because if other people say Kayla or mention Kayla and he's on a stream, it gets dicey. Gringo Poppy.
Oh boy.
Pretty much.
If I understand it correctly, am I right? Like, Aaron's not supposed to be on a stream where they're talking Kayla.
If you're not jizzing your pants at a $100 super chat, you're being disingenuous.
Oh, Gino says to put him through.
Fuck him.
He's not on the screen.
Like, if people start sending in chats that say Kayla Ricada, like, that's...
Oh, you can only have 4. I get it.
John Mack, has enough time passed that Steel Toe can admit he knew about April's arrest prior to the MLC guest spot that day? Ouch.
Kevin, I think you can admit, based on my reaction when I was on the show, I had no idea that was going to fuck.
Yeah, you're not that good an actor.
Thank you. I appreciate that, buddy.
I mean, because even when Chad was saying it, you're like, no. And then
I was like, Chad, you're...
Yeah, people are afraid of wasting their money, but that's why it's got to be... Look, it can't be 1,000 because one motherfucker will knock that out. You got to coordinate. You got to team up. You got to be like, this is my donation to NLO for the year.
I think Keanu and Gino, I think I told them this because I was sharing pretty much everything with them at that point. The cops called me and they said, look, we're not saying you have to come in.
Or maybe Moody could tell us what we've made today. Can we just make it for this stream? Because you guys are hundreds in, I would imagine. And that's not really going to like affect it. If Moody can add it up. Moody, how much have we made today on super tips for this show? Can you check that?
They treated me like a suspect that day. I'll say that.
Question for April. Why aren't you on the show today instead of your boring ex-husband?
Because it might be like $300, $400 or something. I don't even know.
He's not here.
Is she watching?
Moody hates you right now.
People's parents.
Oh my God.
No, they're all watching together.
And that won't make a difference. Really.
You're like, it's like
Ballsy says make it 5K. You know you want to.
Yeah. Aaron has enough state jail sentence and can't leave.
You can't ever make fun of Steel Toe begging again, shit hands. He'll lose his mind. First of all, if I held shit above my head, I will get mocked relentlessly 100%. But he will be pissed off that I got 10K to do it. So I'm thinking about the
There's
upside.
no way his people
really
have enough money.
Kevin Brennan.
Are rich enough to get him.
He doesn't give you money this time because he never does. He's the biggest piece of shit ever.
Oh, okay.
Because what he's doing now is the biggest pathetic rip I've ever fucking seen.
Whoa, you're angry?
Tell me better give you money this time or he's fucking done and I'm going to come pay him a visit to kiss him on the lips.
He's laughing.
Let's not forget, Gino and Kiki both did not get paid by Steel Toe, and they're his friends again. Remember we saw the spreadsheet? That he several weeks he didn't pay Steel Toe at all, and they had to like beg him for money. They had to go and beg him for money.
Is what they call him.
Keanu doesn't burn her bridges, but boy, oh boy.
But now they're all buddies again, cause convenient.
Riled up and told him what a piece of shit I was.
Hey Kev, I don't follow shit very well, so I have to ask this because I don't know, and I just thought about it. Where are you at with Bob Levy? Are you guys cool now or no?
Bob Levy's kind of off the radar at this point, so I don't know where he is.
I never see him like clipped in anything anymore, so I don't know.
I know.
Somebody go tell them that I'm raising money to hold shit over my head and watch them lose their minds.
On the totem pole where he would go on the toe.
Yeah. He would do your show. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, Bob.
I asked him to do our show, and he said I would actually just like Michaeline to come on my show and have an interview with just her. I said, "Fuck you! Are you serious? Really?
That would be gold, Kiki, if they're but just the two of them.
Dad,
no, why give him the satisfaction?
Oh,
right.
Come on, grow up. Turn the other cheek like Steel Toe does.
He's gonna shit when he realizes it's shit.
On his show.
Why don't you put Terrace on your show for fucking God's sakes? Come on, everybody's got to grow up.
Listen, I can gatekeep whatever.
The sad thing is he thinks he is among friends. Micheline is nice because his kidney is a match.
Yeah, Aaron thinks people think he's a serious guy and like him. Aaron's like, nah, they'd probably think I'm like a cool radio guy.
Yeah, but then we're way behind.
Kevin doesn't think anyone on his show is like a normal peer. Kevin is there to pretty much pick blueberries.
Well, you should have him on your show, or you should do his show.
Okay.
Well, does.
You got to be aware of that going in. Kevin's not your friend. Kevin doesn't respect you. This is all. It's just milking lol cows. That's what the program is.
Then there was one time somebody took a like.
They'll all turn on each other, Painkiller. It's not even like there's no real loyalty between any of them. And how could there be? They've all fucked each other over. Every one of these people has fucked the other one over at some point.
Gross misdemeanor liar, not misdemeanor.
I do like that it's called a gross misdemeanor because it was gross.
Well, it was a gross crime. Yeah, that is a misdemeanor.
It was a gross thing too.
I thought what I did was way worse. I'm not being competitive. I just thought being disrespectful to a cop is way worse than fucking sending a picture that.
Kevin's gonna have to go on again tonight. Has anybody noticed Kevin's doing 2-a-days every day now? You know, Kevin's doing 2-a-days every day now. But he has to keep this going for hours and hours if he's gonna pay everybody, right? Can somebody check Playboard? How much has he made this show? And think about him throwing a couple hundred to everyone.
It's nonsense.
No, because he expected me to be like, yes, officer, no, officer. I was like, kiss my grits, as Mel Diner used to say.
Kiss my grits.
You know that show, Keanu, if you don't know what a centerfold is?
No, I don't know what that is. I'm a bit younger, but I've seen things.
Tori, you worried that you have peaked in terms of bangle?
No, Painkiller, Aaron will stream more if you don't give him money, but Kevin's got to stream more just to get more money to. Yeah, I guess that makes sense both ways. You're right. Apologies to Painkiller.
It's in bangableness with April. And what was it about it cuckoldry that you found so enticing?
I love that.
Happy shit year, everyone.
Not bad. There you go.
Happy shit year, everyone.
I'll check with Carl and see if Adrenaline Mountain can make a shit hand experience.
Yeah, guys, this is your really last chance to sign up for Adrenaline Mountain. It looks like we'll be pumping out refunds for that in a week or so. I just doubt we're gonna get. It seems like nobody wants to fork over $400 or $500 to go do that when we could just stay at a casino and drink all day.
Subliminal.
And I'm whatever you guys want, but if you want to do Adrenaline Mountain, go ahead and buy a package ASAP. Hackamania.com. Again, everything will be refunded if we end up not going. Full refund. I'll eat all the processing fees, but
same thing happened with Sonny and Cher.
Yeah. Well, yeah, the comparisons. I think both of us were really impulsive people, and when you're an impulsive person, you can't be with another.
Impulsive? Why is he saying impulsive?
Anybody around who goes, maybe this is a bad idea.
Once you dip your toe into the river of
Paul American, now on HBO streaming. HBO Max.
Drugs and
I think we're both impulsive people.
that comes into play, right?
Well, and also like once you're not as into the person you're with, you kind of fall into another. Like, it's hard for me to say it because I can't, like, totally, but like, it's just
too hard.
Read the red flags when it's over instead of like doing that kind of shit. Like,
what was it like? Did you lie awake at night and be like, "There's another man in this bed"?
All in the same room together.
Yeah, like the polio people in Willy Wonka. Like
it sounds weird now, but it's hard to remember. Like,
I bet.
Because of drugs and alcohol.
Yeah, it's hard to remember you try to think about it and you're like, I don't remember what I was feeling at the time.
Wait, so there were definitely sometimes where all four of you were in a bed, like having sex?
I only know 3 people involved in the
Okay, guys, I'll do shit blackface for $10,000.
I only know 3 people.
I like to get a visual of this.
Can you imagine?
3 people involved in the whole thing. I don't know about any.
Do blackface with your own shit.
Got up from the bed and went to the chocolate factory.
I've got a golden ticket.
He could walk all of a sudden. Fuck Uncle Joe.
Go ahead. Do the accent again. Oh, Mr. River, I think he's from England, or he's got.
Right.
Is it a euro or a?
That's a euro, I think.
Or a pound.
Let me try again. Because
looks
my
like a euro.
Australian and my British are very similar. Hold on. Hey, Paul. Let's see, that was going to be Australian. Hey, Paul, are we supposed to talk about the Toes return to radio? Blocked. Yeah, that's another thing that the Melton people have. Like,
wait, who's Paul? Who's Paul?
Well, this is a guy I went to high school with, and he runs the one radio company that I don't talk to. And like, I talked to the other. I talked to the other 2 radio companies.
No, one of them is disgusted by me, but the other 3 really, really want me because that's how broadcasting works.
No, it has to be this Paul guy. And this Paul guy wrote an article about my plea deal. And so I talked about it on the show, and I guess he got really butthurt about it. And he was like, no.
But offended.
He got really offended.
Stevie Lou says he'll smell his own fart for $12. Brian Workman says, to commemorate this lifetime highlight, we need a t-shirt with a silhouette of you bent down, gorilla scooping a hot one out of yourself.
I hate Aaron and this and that. And I'm like,
Coach Omega Wolf, how has no one else thought to call it shit mitts? Got him.
Get a hold of him about a
Johnny K says he'll stand until he poops for $38.
Like, it's this weird deal where.
And Coach Cum Guzzler says I'll eat my log for $3.36.
Talking to is the one that my old friend Paul works for. And I guess I pissed him off somehow. I don't know. It's very confusing. That whole Onion world and their vitriol towards me, it's really hard to figure out where it started.
Yes, we're so mad. We're over here discussing me holding up poop. That's how captivated and angry we are about you, that we're over here having our own little side fun.
Listen.
That would be really...
Guys, I'm steaming mad, if you know what I mean. I'm Cleveland steaming right now.
Making some phone calls.
It was so funny because the people I've been talking to, they swore to me. They're like, oh, no, this thing you're going through has no impact on what we're talking about. Meanwhile, all the meetings I have scheduled with them are all after today's court date. Like,
they were lying to you.
Yeah, they were like, no, the felony thing, none of that, man. We'll work around anything. And then as soon as,
dude, the business is so bad right now on the radio. Yeah, try next year.
So it could be worse, I guess.
Biggest liar on the planet, fuck Steel Toe. And he's
nice. Michaeline, why do you fucking bullshit so much?
Does Aaron?
What?
John in Minnesota.
I don't even get that spin.
Wish I had as much success as Stuttering John did career-wise.
Clip it. Kiki riding the Toes coattails is sad.
Okay.
I love Aaron when he's on. I love Aaron when he thinks he's like an important guest on a show. Tomorrow, you know what this will be like. Oh, I was on with my friend Kevin yesterday. Love Kevin Brennan. Very funny. Love always a great pleasure to be on with the Kevin Brennan.
That's the best way I can respond.
Okay.
I thought when I first looked at it, I thought he said April said under her breath, like Chad talking
Like
to
Chad.
the.
Well, when you're
So wait, but did you guys? Was there any choking in your lovemaking? And how about with your foursome? Was there any choking involved with that?
I only know 3 people involved in the whole thing.
Okay, the problem with choking is if you do choke, even if a woman.
That's what I'm saying. If anyone mentions Kayla while he's on the he's not supposed to be around talking about Kayla.
She gave you consent unless you have written consent or something.
You hope you're not fucking a complete psychopath who.
Okay, no, but that's why you should never choke anybody. Anything that can be held against you in a court of law, you should never do, even if a woman gives you consent. Because people get divorced and
People are saying he's had 5 drinks. 5 mugga-fucking drinks.
Anyway,
hold on. Did Kevin just admit that he and Gino choked each other while they fucked?
No, I'm saying that clip you keep playing. I'm going to kill you.
I'll fucking kill you.
You were broke.
Wouldn't it be funny if someone played clips that Aaron doesn't like?
Sometimes you're getting along with somebody, sometimes you're not. So choking somebody, even if they ask you to do it, unless they signed a consent or unless you have a video that you agree, she says something on video like, I'm okay with this guy choking me on this date. It's dumb thing to do.
Well, and then that takes all the hotness out of it. Is like if you have to sign.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
I don't get that hotness thing with that choking stuff. I think that's awful.
Michaeline, you've been choked.
Well,
Ha!
not yeah.
That.
No. I don't let people do that to me. I think that's awful. That just scares the shit out of me.
That scares the shit out of me. I don't like that.
Safe words, you got to worry about safe words, all kinds of stuff.
Hey, Moody, can you tell me how much I've made on Super Tip today? We're going to count the whole amount.
Hashtag fact check.
Towards the 10K. We got to be fair to these people. People are doing voice chats and stuff, but I can't add it up. Can you tally up how much all voice chats, all Super Tips to me have made me today? And if we hit 10,000.
Yeah, of course, that'd be sick.
Is it gorilla style or Godfrey style?
It's a funny anecdote.
Oh, Melty. All this scat talk got me hard AF. I'm going to have to run my rod through Mike Aileen's mud maker, as it were.
Ugh. Mike Aileen's mud maker?
Oh, Melty. All this scat talk got me hard AF. I'm going to have to run my rod through Mike Aileen's mud maker, as it were.
As it were, if you will.
And I didn't want anything to do with them. And then they were flirting, and I was like, go ahead, please. Are you kidding?
Michaeline's mud maker with $10.
Same guy, too. I mean, it's
Michaeline's mud maker.
You got spit in your mouth.
You guys are insane.
We're not insane.
It
It's
was not
funny.
anything. It was nothing.
I think it's been a good Super Tip day. I think this number is going to be fairly high.
Cucko the Clown. I also beg for money on a daily basis. Another one for the toe. I think some of these guys are going to come in with not nice.
No, Flimsy, don't waste it. Fuck.
Do not like.
Who told him? Somebody should have told him. Why didn't people tell him? Fuck. Thank you, Flim.
I'm an asshole.
You know that sometimes you're a cringy douche. You know that. You know that.
Hey, we got a working title, Cringy Douche.
Well, no, but you know that you are that way. At least you own it, right?
What?
You don't know that you're a cringy douche clown?
Ah, Flimsy.
The work is over.
Oh, shit.
I don't know how much. Nobody told me. All right, we will have to
deny that
because I want to make it where people think about doing it.
You're a cringy douche sometimes.
I appreciate.
I'm not saying you're not good at what you do.
That's really what I've been.
Because we got 142 memberships.
See, listen, when I first,
I think they're 5 apiece.
Call her Minnesota 9.
But we have to subtract the YouTube. I'm not paying for YouTube's cut.
Even though you're a cringy douche, explain.
So we're at 142.
For people like Zeke and everybody else sending super chats, I'm right ahead a little bit. April.
Oh, Flimsy doesn't know. Flimsy doesn't know. Flimsy doesn't know.
Literally.
What has this show turned into today? We started out with a very normal show. We're having fun making fun of trans people and Jill Carlson. Now I might hold shit over my head.
From the district attorney.
Flimsy, we're trying to raise if I get $10,000 on today's show, I have to hold my own shit above my head, like say anything. Like John Cusack and say anything. I have agreed to this.
There on my Twitter forever. Nothing will ever replace them.
I'll count the memberships, but that is fair. I'll count the memberships. We have to take out YouTube's cut. We have to take out YouTube's cut.
Statements. I'm never going to read them publicly, but I feel like if Gino...
I can't imagine.
And Moody won't give me a total.
The truth, but also he's a cringy douche.
Here's my thing. When you guys come out next...
I love that Flimsy doesn't even flinch. He's just like, cool.
Frame it. I'll put it in my studio.
Hey, first of all, you fucking chatty Kathy, there's way too many pages for me to frame them all.
Wait, listen. I wanted to be thorough.
Can I tell you this, though?
Jill Carlson will hold hers for $250 and a buffet voucher to the Chris Angel show. What?
Oh, yeah.
Another shit for the onion.
Yeah.
He was a gabby bitch.
Yeah, just to make 10K, it'll make these guys lose their minds. They'll lose their minds.
Do the gaps around Mickeline's collar count has holes? Asking for a friend.
Notice this? Good eye. Yes.
Defunct Aaron, nothing gets by him.
What's that?
I said nothing.
Do you have to hold it in your bare hands or identify? I assume hands. James Gardner, thank you for the 5 memberships. We keep 3.5 of those. Flimsy Greenberg with 10 memberships. That's what's up. That's what's up.
Some dude, Kiki, I could clear up lies against Toe, but I'm going to do little girl voices for my hubby who 3 women.
And I'm going to say you have until midnight.
What on earth does that mean?
Just to make it interesting and fun. Let's see what happens. We're counting everything. So that way nobody feels like they didn't get counted. But we got to wait. We're waiting on Moody to give me a super tip total. Or I guess I can go into Stripe and figure it out myself.
Do better. We don't know what you're fucking talking about.
Let me go into Stripe.
Yeah.
You know what I mean from earlier? Your response could be, okay.
But did Gino threaten to do
I never
something
go
or
into
no?
the
Was that
Stripe.
on somebody's show?
I'll lend you money, Patty.
I thought I remember
We're not looking
seeing
for a loan.
These people need Gino or me or anyone else to be what they need them to be.
Right.
So they'll take things that are either
right.
sarcasm or they'll take things that are like colloquialisms or anything else.
Totally.
And they'll make them bigger than they are so it can fit what they need to be true.
Right.
Who is better, Kayla or your slam piece?
I don't think there's any court documents.
I'm going to say the slam piece. I'll answer that one for you.
Beloved Chatter said now it's today. He's changed the rules 11 times. Yeah, but I'm making them better for you. We're counting memberships. We're counting everything I've gotten on Stripe today. I'm making it better for you, right? I'm giving you, I'm counting all your shit.
Then.
Pun intended.
Permission. There was no permission involved.
I'm making it more fun.
So she didn't have to have a walk of shame.
All right, how do I?
It would be a walk of pride.
Today. I want today.
I did. He walked out.
No.
Around
She called me 20 fucking times.
Did it only show me
Because I'm
yesterday?
Like, all right, enough is enough.
She called every one of her friends. And
Transactions.
My mom is with Wayne. What am I going to do?
Date and time. In the last
World. He's fucking all
one day.
all the Michaelines.
This was
all
10
the
years ago.
Thompsons.
It's at least 10 years ago.
It's Wayne's World.
It doesn't matter.
World. Thompson time. Excellent.
All right,
you know
chat. What did
You
I
know
miss?
Pretty funny.
Your old guy wants to kiss me. I'm going to let him. Okay, that's it.
Wow.
Based.
So you're saying Chad Zumach has a chance?
No.
They both whisper to themselves.
Michaeline, do you still want Stancil?
I don't want him. He was a good time. He was just
There's been 104 super tips today.
briefly.
Yeah,
He was very.
If I could just get a total.
I don't even know
Export.
how do I even answer that?
When I say you're
charming, and it was a lot of fun,
sometimes-
and we were just in a bar, and He's a good kisser. That was great.
All right, let's say you guys are in a bar again, and he's a good kisser.
No, I can't predict the future.
Right.
I think he's with a
How
lady.
far does it come up on you? Does he? Is his?
We're about the same size, actually.
They're petite.
Because most women just looks him right in the breastises. Because
You will get banned if you repeat the information he's missing.
Headbutts her, she breaks her collarbone.
Right.
Hold on, he said 827.
Chris
Where'd he
used to
say?
do a similar show, Glazing Mr. Scoop.
You missed it because my wrench is gone. Yeah, that's why I
mayor?
missed it.
Are the Viscontis?
Okay, we're at 827 plus. Let's do the memberships. 142 times 5. Holy shit! All right, 710. But then let's see how much we get of that. This has been a good day. Jesus Christ. 710 times 65.65. 461 and 827. 461 plus 827. Now I feel like Aaron. All right, we're at 1288. Holy shit. This isn't fun anymore.
How did beloved Chatter know that?
Because
1288, and I'll keep track. Fuck,
blabby bitch.
Okay, well maybe people could book it.
Why did we have to make so much today? That's fucking insane.
What's the date again?
July 25th and 26th.
This guy's.
Oh boy, shut up, Meredith.
This guy was really a big fan of mine before my appearance today.
Kiki Logic.
You have to hold the shit above your head for over a minute and yell, "I have the power." If it's diarrhea, you have to make sure to keep some on your palm, like John Cusack did in Django Unchained.
No, look, I think the people who give the most money get to make the demands. You don't give $5 and tell me what I have to do. Thank you, Meredith Halfpenny. We get $3.50 of that.
Violence.
Real fast.
I've never domestically violenced anyone. I will say this. I can tell you 110% if Keanu thought that I had ever been.
You can do a movie and make up the difference to yourself to make the goal.
Not like that, obviously. Eugene, what's that?
Shut up. Shut up.
Respond to the RP stuff.
You are. Go ahead.
All right, let me point something out. It wasn't RP meaning raped. I get you get that because YouTube terms and service. Revenge for what never happened. But again, let me make this clear.
Look at Aaron.
Gino was right. When I said
he leaves because he can't be around when people say Kayla.
You're the fucking husband of a dopey cunt named Kayla who's shutting her mouth because she just wants the money.
Oh.
She doesn't realize this is her bottom. She wasn't hit hard enough implying.
So does he think that counts if he just gets up and walks away every time someone says Kayla? He was right there at the mic when he said Kayla.
Again, no one was revenge porn. Ask Stacy.
Whoa!
Kayla's a fucking lying manipulative whore who lied about being beaten to a woman who actually was.
He's on a show where they're calling Kayla a lying manipulative whore.
You made him laugh. You made him laugh.
Yeah, and I'm right. By the way, no one ever said, "Hey, April." I've never laid my hands on a woman or Kevin. Same thing. And even when Kevin made me spit in his wife's mouth while we were fucking Keanu. But the point is. I never said hate April, but I was right about April. She lied, and fucking any woman in that situation that didn't want out and said she was hit, she was never abused, then she wasn't, and now she's where
Why play with fire like this?
she is, while fucking Kayla sits there saying,
do you think that them playing this in court with the logo and everything on screen and just him running off screen when Kayla got mentioned, does he think this is a good look?
my husband doesn't, but I really like the money, and they're all fucking cunts. Not my good friend Aaron.
I love you. Bye-bye.
Aaron missed that whole speech.
Wait, he had to, because, yeah.
Oh, he can't be on air for that?
No, it's just, he only knows 3 people in the situation. That's all.
So
guys, we need $8,800, right? $8,800. I hold shit over my head.
Yeah.
And why Gino's right. So Gino just made a joke about April.
I don't want to talk about her, but yeah, listen, yeah.
Court order, domestic violence, evil, another win. Gino just covered that. Zebra Man.
I guess
Aaron,
it's
why are you sending
8,700?
Go ahead, you read it, Aaron, if you can.
I can't read that, but I can tell you this is not true. But
I'll read it for you. Zebra Man, thank you for the $5. Aaron, why are you sending KR's booty pics on Facebook as shown on your morning?
Stop acting like I have credibility.
458. Show the clip. We don't know what you're talking about, Zebra Man. I don't, at least.
Hey, calculate how much I paid today, homeboy. I make up like 300 of that goal. Yes. You are yelling, I have the power. Maybe do a little booty shake too while you are at it.
All right.
You're not sending booty pics on Facebook. You can't. It's not even allowed. Right?
You have until midnight. I'm giving everybody till midnight. I want to make this interesting. And I'm actually going to be leaving here in a few minutes, but I will come back on later. You have my word. I'm going to take a couple hours off. I'll come back on later tonight. We will go until midnight. And if we hit that total on today's total, like all today, I'm making it interesting. I'm giving you a chance. You have time to go ask your spouse, can we afford this? Can we send the kids to a cheaper school?
He's saying it in the way Gino says stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. People are giving me information.
What's
you must
that?
show video proof of the poop retrieval.
Say Kayla Ricotta, or Kayla.
I mean, I guess we just have to figure out a way to. I mean, I don't think I can show shit. I'll have to check YouTube's terms of service because I don't know if you can. Can you show shit? I definitely can't show myself shit like my asshole. I mean, I'm not doing that anyway, but I'm not like.
Nicolene.
What are we doing?
Russian name right there.
Yeah, you spelled it wrong, Chris.
I think he's talking about you.
Shut up, Balmer.
I know.
Joe Pisco's wife.
This is getting a little too real now. 10 memberships from James Balmer. Thank you very much.
It's the oldest trick in the book.
We will we'll add all this up.
Hey, Spaz Dork, did you knock up the first wife and take off? Answer, you did. Why do they care about your first fucking marriage?
First of all, because they love me. But second of all, I knocked up my first wife 2 times and was remarkably faithful. And then we got divorced. And then I knocked her up the 3rd time. And then we finally figured it out.
Oh, I didn't even get this. Speaking of me being an idiot, sometimes I read ahead. I didn't even get this until I went back to it. They had a babysitter, but they didn't have any kids.
Why'd you laugh at it the first time then? That was the joke.
No, I know. I don't know what I was laughing at, but when I went back to read it, I knew I missed something. I missed.
We might have to stream it on a different platform because I'm trying to research now.
They had a babysitter and they had no kids.
New boofing.
The babysitter didn't have kids. I got confused. But that's why. Listen, I don't know if Steel Toe does.
I don't think his people are going to give him enough money to
after the show.
Poop in his hand,
I don't take my
like
StreamYard
above
down
his
because a lot of
head,
times
or whatever.
I read it back to help me go
I
to
just don't
sleep.
think
All right, we're closing the poll. We're just
that
gonna add
off.
them all. I'll be able to go into Stripe and add them all.
You read them back to help you go to sleep?
No, I'm kidding. I don't. But I read them back after, like. I just keep it up. I used to just take the StreamYard down, but if I
Is it legal to poop on YouTube? December 21st, 2024.
Sometimes I just know I missed some.
You're
so
just doing your research.
So I
Yeah.
go back to or somebody made a good point, and I want to reread what they said or whatever.
Well, that's nice.
Hey, Spazdork, did you knock up the first wife? Yeah, and I'm asking for Chad. Did Chad's promoting your wife's
What am I
book help her
reading?
sell any things? I know Jim Florentine bought a copy.
She never said it did. She never said anything about
But
it.
she didn't say it didn't help her.
No, she didn't say anything for or against. I will also say Spazdork is it's lazy. It's like you can do better.
It's no cringy douche, you know?
Yeah,
Kiki.
You're a creative.
Go ahead, Kiki.
Ted E. Thanks for the $4.99. Kiki, can you convince Michael Bauer to do MLC? I was hoping Aaron would have went to prison. Steel Toe Show from prison. The viewership would have went up. Michael Bauer likes us. He doesn't. You might not be horrible to him, Kevy, but these people. He needs a safe space. And
But how did he
holy
reach out to you?
shit,
Like,
my dream's coming true. I said this in our private chat with Carl and Moody and people yesterday. I go, hopefully Kiki brings Michael Ray Bauer like a dead mouse, like a cat bringing a dead mouse to its daddy. Is that what cats do?
Plus, he has nowhere else to go.
Holy shit, this could be a dream.
I'm being nice. I'm being nice because of the holidays. Passover. Passover's this week, right? Steel Toe?
I don't think he's Jewish.
You can't even talk about Passover?
No, Passover is a week from this. No.
No, I think it's this Friday or Saturday.
I thought it was next Friday. No, next Friday.
I can't find any information about whether you can show feces on
not
YouTube.
For Jesus. That was not a good Friday for Jesus.
Oh, it was a bad Friday. Yeah.
Nailed to the cross. Hey-o.
We'll do it somewhere.
Diggity. Michaeline, if Kevin got pulled
If we have to go on Kick.
would you let him spit in your mouth?
I would never let anybody spit in
I'm
my
pretty
mouth.
sure you'll get
come
banned
on.
from Kick for
If
that.
I'm gonna eat someone's asshole, spitting in my mouth is actually cleans it out a little bit.
Yeah, I
We
actually,
have
just to
something
prove that I
more
called
important
that, just to prove, hello? Just to prove that I called Kiki trying to get Bauer on MLC, I drafted a tweet, and then I didn't tweet it, so let me go into my
The
drafts.
information
Boom.
of what
Oh, shit.
exactly
Drafts.
Aaron
There. And I didn't
Agreed
send
to.
this out because I wanted Bauer to
we're
go
gonna read
on
that.
to Kiki's show first and for it to go well. But I never tweeted it out. Perma buffoon Michael Ray Bauer debuts on Kiki's shitcast tonight and will quickly become Kevin Brennan's next punching bag. These idiots trust a
all right, let's see here. All right, so let's take a look at this. All right, I had to take care of something there. All right, so here we have the deal here with exactly what Aaron agreed to. And we're going to go ahead and read that. It's seeming like I don't... Am I muted? I'm not muted. But all of a sudden I'm not... Okay. It's because it's not playing. Alright. I wanted to hear it myself. Okay. Oh, goodness. Alright, so Stearns County, District 7. Plaintiff Aaron M. Hort, defendant versus... it's Stearns County plaintiff versus Aaron M. Hort, defendant. To the above named courts, I, Aaron Hemwell, defendant in the above entitled action, do respectfully present and state as follows. My full name is Aaron M. Holte, and I am 38. He had to correct his age. years old. My date of birth is 12/24/1986. The last grade that I went through is 2 years of college. If filed in my case, I received, read, and discussed a copy of the complaint. If I understand charges made against me in this case, specifically, I understand that I have been charged with the crimes of non-consensual dissemination of private sexual images, a felony, non-consensual dissemination of private sexual images, a gross misdemeanor, committed on or about May 27th, 2024, in Stearns County, Minnesota. All right. I am represented by an attorney whose name is Todd Peterson, and I feel that I have sufficient time to discuss my case with my attorney. I'm satisfied that my attorney is fully informed as the facts of this case. My attorney has discussed the possible defenses to the crimes that I might have. My attorney has discussed possible defenses to the crimes I might have. Okay. I'm satisfied that my attorney has represented my interests and has fully advised me. I have never been a patient in a mental hospital. I have not talked with or been treated by a psychiatrist or other person for a nervous or mental condition. For some reason, I thought at some point he did attend some kind of therapy sessions. So that kind of made me go, I have not been really ill recently. I have not recently been taking pills or other medicines. I do not make the claim that I was so drunk or under the influence of drugs or medicine that I did not know what I was doing at the time of the crime. I do not make the claim that I was acting in self-defense or merely protecting myself or others at the time of the crime. I do not make the claim that the fact that I've been held in jail since my arrest and could not post bail caused me to decide to plead guilty in order to get things over with rather than waiting for my turn at trial. I was not represented by an attorney. I was represented by an attorney. I have not had a probable cause hearing. I know that I can now move that the complaint against me be dismissed for lack of probable cause, and I know that I do not make such a motion and go ahead with entering my plea of guilty. I waive all right to successfully object to the absence of a probable cause hearing. I also know that I waive all right to successfully object to any errors in the probable cause hearing when I enter my plea of guilty. My attorney has told me, and I understand, that the prosecutor for the case against me has physical evidence obtained as well as searching for and seizing the evidence. Evidence in the form of statements, oral or written, that I made to police or others regarding this crime. Evidence discovered as a result of my statements or as a result of the evidence seized in a search. Identification evidence from a lineup or photographic identification. Don't believe he ever had a lineup. That's interesting. Okay. Evidence the prosecution believes indicates that I committed one or more other crimes. That I have a right to a pre-trial hearing before a judge to determine whether or not the evidence of the prosecution could be used against me if I went to trial in this case. That if I requested such a pre-trial hearing, I could testify at the hearing if I wanted to, but my testimony could not be used as substantive evidence against me if I went to trial in the case. That I do not now request such a pretrial hearing, I specifically do now waive my right to have such a pretrial hearing. That whether or not I have such a hearing, I will not be able to object tomorrow or any other time to the evidence the prosecutor has. I've been told by my attorney, and I understand, that if I wish to plead not guilty, I am entitled to a trial by a jury on the issue of guilt, and all jurors would have to agree I was guilty before the jury could find me guilty. That if I had pled guilty, I will not have a trial by either. That if I plead guilty, I will not have a trial by either a jury or by a judge without a jury. That with knowledge of my right to trial on the issue of guilt, I now waive my right to a trial. I have been told by my attorney I understand that if I wish to plead not guilty and have a trial by jury or a trial by a judge, I would have presumed innocence until my guilt is proved beyond a reasonable doubt. I have been told by my attorney and understand that if I wish to plead not guilty and have a trial, the prosecutor would be required to have the witnesses testify against me in open court in my presence, and that I would have the right, through my attorney, to question those witnesses. That with knowledge of my right to have the prosecutor's witness testify in open court in my presence and questioned by my attorney, I now waive this right. I have been told by my attorney, and I understand that if I wish to plead not guilty and have a trial, I'd be entitled to require any witnesses that I think are favorable to me to appear and testify at trial. That with knowledge of my right to require favorable witnesses to appear and testify at trial, I now waive this right. I have been told by my attorney, and I understand that a person who has prior convictions or prior convictions can be given a longer prison term because of this. That a person who has a prior convictions or a prior conviction, okay, that the maximum penalty. See, there would have been an easier way to say this. There was an easier way of saying this. This is kind of weird wording, but whatever. The maximum penalty that the court imposed for me this crime, taking into consideration any prior conviction or convictions, is imprisonment for 1 year. That if a minimum sentence is required by statute, the court may impose the sentence of imprisonment of not less than 0 months for this crime. Okay, and so this is all being X'd out because he did not plead to a felony, is what I'm thinking. That for felony driving while impaired offenses and most sex offenses, a mandatory period of conditional release will follow any executed prison sentence that is imposed. Violating the terms of this conditional release may include the time I serve in prison. In this case, the period of conditional release is... Yeah, so that's all messed out because it doesn't apply to him. That a person who participates in a crime by intentionally aiding, advising, counseling, and conspiring with another person, or persons who commit a crime, is just as guilty of that crime as the person or persons who's not present and participating in the crime when it is actually committed. Okay, so that my present probation or parole could be revoked because of the plea of guilty to this crime. That the prosecutor is seeking an aggravated sentence of not applicable. I have been told by my attorney and understand that my attorney discussed this case with one of the prosecuting attorneys, and that my attorney and the prosecuting attorney agreed that if I entered a plea of guilty, the prosecutor would do the following. Plead guilty to count 2, a gross misdemeanor. No contact order with KR continues during probation. No restitution. Dismissed remaining account. No executed jail. $50 fine. And I don't quite know if I know what that means. Okay. That if the court does not approve this agreement, I have an absolute right to then withdraw my plea of guilty and have a trial. Any testimony that I have been given concerning the guilty plea could not be used against me unless I am charged with the crime of perjury based on this testimony. The exception for agreement between my attorney and the prosecuting attorney, no one, including my attorney, and any police officer, prosecutor, judge, or any other person, has made any promises to me, to any member of my family, to any of my friends or other persons, in order to obtain a guilty plea from me. No one, including my attorney, any police officer, prosecutor, or judge, or any other person, has threatened me, or any member of my family, or my friends, or other persons, in order to obtain a guilty plea from me. My attorney has told me, and I understand that if my plea of guilty is for any reason not accepted by the court, if I withdraw that plea with the court's approval, or if the plea is withdrawn by the court order on appeal or other review, I would then stand trial on the original charges. The prosecution could proceed against me just as if there had been no plea of guilty and no plea agreement. My attorney has told me, and I understand if my plea of guilty is accepted by the judge, I have the right to appeal, but that any appeal or other court action I might take claiming error of the proceedings probably would be useless and a waste of my time and the court's. My attorney has told me, and I understand that a judge will not accept a plea of guilty for anyone who claims to be innocent. I now make no claim that I am innocent. I've been told by my attorney, and understand that if I wish to plead not guilty and have a jury trial, that I could testify at trial if I wanted to, but I could not be forced to testify. Then if I decided not to testify, neither the prosecutor nor the judge could comment on my failure to testify. With knowledge of my right not to testify, and neither the judge nor the prosecutor could comment on my failure to testify at trial, I now give up this right, and I will tell the judge the facts of the crime. My attorney has told me, and I understand if I am not a citizen of the United States, plead guilty may result in deportation, exclusion from admission to the United States of America, or denial of citizenship. That, in view of all above facts and considerations, I wish to enter a plea of guilty. So, there you have it. There you have it, everyone. So, yeah. It more or less ended up being what Aaron was trying to say that it was. And Grifty RL was trying to be like, oh, this plea isn't gonna be what he's claiming that it is. Blah, 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 blah. And he didn't know what he was talking about. He almost never does. But, So. Gotta reply to something on it, just potentially Sean's Discord here. I want to see if I can find that comment by Grifty. I'm not sure. I think it was on Stalin. On one of Stalin 9's video. Let's see here. Okay, I don't see it there. I know that I had posted it. So I'm going to see if I can find it here. Okay, I found it. And I'll get it downloaded here. And I'm going to throw it up there and show it to you. Might have to email it to myself here. That's annoying. Have to email it to myself. Mark my words, his plea deal is falling apart. I just love him being wrong and having to eat his words. Alright. So here we go. Didn't realize that I was forcing you guys to look at my hand there. Alright. 12:37. Mark my words. His deal is falling apart. He's 48 hours out and is not finalized. My guess, they aren't budging on something he wants and he's too stubborn to cave. So he's laying the foundation to say he couldn't bring himself to take the deal because he can beat this in court. Watch. Like, what does he think that he wanted? Does he think that he wanted all charges dismissed? Well, here, someone say this PWR stream before it's too late. Ralph called in and was faulted by PWR pod. Is that pod awful? So he had to resort to using the hard R to try and get PWR banned. Ralph just couldn't have fun and seethed like a big baby. What's happening here? Breaking President Donald Trump has just signed a resolution overturning IRS crypto rule targeting DeFi. No idea what that means. I have him muted, but I'm going to go ahead and type there. Well, no time in. And now we get to watch the chat troll the hell. Or maybe you'll back out. Another win for the toe. Funny that Nick decided to post his return. Well, I won't go there. Whoa. Oh, gosh. Oh. You don't want that. Oh, it's ended. Oh, well. Oh. This ain't live. Huh. We've gone to his 24-hour stream thing that he does. Eh. What's going on here? Hmm. That makes sense. Let's see here. Let's see what's going on with this. Yeah. Well, we may not have an exact video of the incident itself. I don't know. Yeah. This is hysterical that um that he's making self-defense look like an idiot. Andrew wrong on the law? No way. This is great. He's making both Bronca and the quartering look ignorant and stupid. mean, I knew that Corey was an idiot. I didn't think he was this much of an idiot. I knew he was an idiot. I didn't think he was that much of an idiot. All right. Well, I think that's all she wrote, everyone. There is something. There is something about Aaron supposedly having to do some sort of domestic violence thing. I don't really get that because he's not charged with it, but maybe potentially criminal. We'll have an explanation for that. All right. But that's all for now, everybody. So, see y'all next time.
Change.